Hi, welcome to our channel Programming of Mind, where we accelerate your knowledge with concise, from high-value book summaries. Let's begin. Freedom is the new rich, the real currency of life. When most people think of wealth, they imagine luxury, cars, yachts, expensive watches. But real wealth has nothing to do with those things. Real wealth is being able to decide how you spend your day, to wake up without an alarm clock, to work on what you love, to take a walk when the sun is shining, to say no when something feels wrong. Freedom is the currency of life. Aaliyah, a talented software developer, used to earn a six-figure salary in a big tech company. On paper, she had everything: money, prestige, a fancy apartment. But her days were packed with meetings, late-night emails, and weekends lost to burnout. She had no energy, no spark. Then she did something radical. She quit. She began working on small coding projects for nonprofits and ethical companies. She took a massive pay cut, but she gained her mornings, her creativity, and her joy. That trade was worth everything. Escaping the busy trap busyness is a badge of honor in modern culture. People say they're swamped as if that makes them important. But what if being constantly busy means something's wrong? David, a financial advisor, used to schedule clients back-to-back from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. His income grew, but so did his anxiety. His family barely saw him. He stopped going to the gym. He forgot what quiet felt like. One Sunday, his daughter asked him why he was always tired. That question broke him. He canceled half his clients, raised his prices, and created long breaks between appointments. The result? He became more present, more effective, and more alive. The clients who stayed were happier. The ones who left made room for better ones. Busy doesn't mean valuable. Calm is the new goal. The power of owning your time is the only resource you can't get back. And yet people give it away for free every day. Meetings they don't need, projects they don't love, calls that drain their energy. Owning your time is the first step to owning your life. Lena runs a solo marketing studio from her cabin in the woods. She starts work at 10 a.m., breaks at noon, naps, walks her dog, then works a little more before dinner. She earns enough to pay her bills and travel once a year. But most of all, she feels free. No one owns her calendar. No one controls her hours. That feeling, she says, is better than any salary. Saying no without guilt, one of the hardest but most important skills, is learning to say no without guilt, without apology. When you say yes to everything, you say no to yourself. Opportunities are endless. Time is not. Ethan used to say yes to every gig. He feared missing out. He feared disappointing people. But his yes buried him in work he hated. One day, after pulling 3 all-nighters in a row, he fell asleep during a client call. That moment woke him up, literally and spiritually. Now he only takes on work that lights him up. He turns down offers with confidence. And instead of being overwhelmed, he feels aligned. Enough is a powerful word. Knowing what is enough for you changes everything. Most people chase more without stopping to ask why. But if you know what enough looks like, enough money, enough work, enough success, you can stop running. Carla, a custom furniture maker, used to dream of opening a showroom. But when she calculated the cost, extra rent, extra staff, endless pressure, she realized it would steal her joy. Her real dream was to make beautiful things with her hands and spend her evenings painting in her garage. That was enough. And because she defined enough, she stopped chasing more. Enough is where freedom begins. The myth of scaling sounds exciting. More customers, more revenue, more reach. But for many, scaling becomes a trap. More customers mean more emails, more issues, more expectations. Growth, if not chosen carefully, can destroy freedom. Nico started a one-person podcast editing service. He loved it. He edited in cafes, traveled while working, and had deep relationships with a few great clients. Then he decided to scale. He hired a team, trained editors, and added layers of project management. His profits grew, but his stress skyrocketed. Eventually, he realized he missed the simple days. He sold the business and returned to solo editing. Now he's small again and at peace. Scaling is optional. Happiness isn't. Designing a life around values. Real freedom comes from building your life around your values. Not around trends, not around pressure, not around comparison. Your values are your compass. They tell you what matters most. Take Nina, a vegan chef who refused to compromise her values for popularity. She was offered a big partnership with a frozen food brand that didn't align with her mission. Turning it down felt scary until it felt right. She continued creating honest, plant-based meals, serving a loyal community that trusted her. The money came in time. But more importantly, she kept her soul intact. Freedom is living in alignment with your values. And no amount of money can replace that. Rest is a strategy. Rest is not laziness. Rest is strategy. When you rest, you think clearly. You create better. You enjoy more. In cultures that glorify hustle, choosing rest is revolutionary. Mason runs a successful newsletter about photography. He works 4 days a week and doesn't answer emails after 3 p.m. People told him he'd fall behind. Instead, his newsletter grew faster. Why? Because his energy was sharp, his writing was rich, and his joy was obvious. His readers felt it. Rest didn't slow him down, it sped up his impact. Rest builds longevity. Burnout builds regret. Living below your means, living above your stress, one of the smartest decisions is to live well below your means. When you need less money, you need fewer clients. You have more options, more flexibility, less fear. Stress drops. Angela, a writer, downsized from a 3-bedroom condo to a small cottage by the sea. Her expenses dropped by half. That shift allowed her to leave her job and work part-time as a writing coach. She spends her mornings on the beach, her afternoons guiding students, and her evenings journaling by candlelight. She lives better, not bigger. When your life costs less, your freedom costs less. Thank you for listening, and please like the video and subscribe for more great upcoming content that will put you in top 1% people in the world.